what's your relationship like with some of those Cardinals guys, Cliff and
man.
Kyler and all those guys?
Like my brothers forever, bro. Like in every sense of the word. Like it was funny you say that because we was like all talking. We were all after everybody was doing their free agency deal. We were all in that group chat. And I was just like, hey, I can't say that word. Y'all better not kick me out of this damn group chat when the season started.
Yeah, it's gonna be out of that.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it goes, bro. The season started, everybody act like, oh, well, Jay's gotta go. He's not even on the team no more. But nah, man, those are my brothers. We talk every day. We'll probably get together and do like some type of like last supper thing before I get up out of here and before everybody goes their separate ways. But awesome locker room, man. Awesome guys, awesome experience for real.
The number one, tight end in the country.
Adam Brenneman, tight end, Cedar Cliff.
And then popped up.
Touchdown! Adam Brenneman, a 14-yard strike.
What's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of Brenneman Shows Up. I'm Adam Brenneman. We are in Phoenix, Arizona at Chase Edmonds apartment complex. We're going to go talk to him. He is fresh off his new deal with the Miami Dolphins, 2 years, $12.6 million. One of the top running backs in the NFL. Super fired up to get this interview. Chase and I are from the same hometown, so I'm excited to kind of chat it up with him and show you guys a behind-the-scenes look at his life, his career, his personality. He's got a great personality, so let's go see what he's up to. What's up, bro?
My guy. What's the word, bro?
Been a while, bro.
Been a while. How you doing?
Nice spot.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you having us.
Something light, something small, nothing crazy.
I had to come see my 717 guy.
Had 717.
A newly paid 717 guy.
Paid. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man, for real. Yo, what made you get in the media?
Well, I mean, I did it when I stopped playing and my knee was f***ed up. I was just like, I had like ESPN and some of these other. Honestly, Casey helped a little bit. Like they had an agent at Octagon that hooked me up, and he was like, he represents like Colin Coward and all those guys. So I got into that. Well, man, I appreciate you doing this. I had to get my Harrisburg guy on here.
717.
717 forever,
love, baby. Yes, sir.
You've been a busy guy lately, man. This is a prime time to get you on a podcast.
Yeah, we can say that. Prime time.
Crazy.
Prime 112.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, it's kind of been a process to get this scheduled, but I appreciate it. I know you've been traveling Miami back to here.
Yes, sir.
And everything. What's this last couple of weeks been like for you? Been kind of whirlwind of free agency to finally sign?
It's been a little hectic. Things are finally starting to slow down now, bro. But just to be able to really experience it, I've always been a football fan. I've always been a guy that's always watching sports. Like usually I always have first take on Undisputed Sun Zone where I'm just watching sports. And to finally be able to kind of live through that process and be able to experience, it's crazy, bro, to be able to experience what's happening behind closed doors as opposed to like just being a fan or somebody who's watching TV and just hearing about deals being made or hearing about a player having an interest to go somewhere. To be able to experience it, bro, and to really be on the good side of it, I don't take it for granted. Just like, I know through free agency, it's a lot of change. And some guys are kind of worried about, man, am I even going to get a job offer? Yeah. But to be able to kind of just be grateful that I literally got to choose where I wanted to go. Yeah. Bro, like I got the field offers and I got to compare this team to that team. That was a good feeling for me.
So take me through like what actually happened. So the season ends. Yeah. You're now a free agent, right? Yeah. What's that process like from that moment to the time that you sign with the Dolphins? Right. What's that like?
So season ends. I'm now a free agent. We'll have our exit meetings, whatever like that. I was still going to the Arizona facility just because you can still go up there up until like the Wednesday of when free agency starts. Yeah. So I was still getting free treatment, getting my body taken care of.
They don't kick you out of that place.
They don't kick you out of it. Yeah. Nah, they want to, but they don't do it. I was just getting my treatment and stuff like that. And then once I kind of got my schedule kind of going, what you do is you'll sit down with your agent. You'll really just talk about, okay, Chase, what is it you want? Yeah. What's your priorities? What I did was I had a list of like 5 priorities. And it was like, I think some of them was like fan base, quarterback play, city life, state taxes, and then like at the end playoff contention. Yeah. And I kind of just marked those, okay, what's most important to me from 1 through 5. And I think for me, salary was 1, contender was 2, 3 was, I believe, city lifestyle, 4 was like quarterback play, and then 5 was fan base, I think. And so what I did was I just looked at every single team that I knew had interest in me, and I kind of just crossed it off, bro. I kind of ranked it like, okay, this team, I get this many needs. This team I kind of just graded out like a legit test score. Like a legit test score, bro. just so I can play out these situations in my head before they even happen. Because the one thing I didn't want to happen was to get a call from my agent and say, okay, this is the offer. You know, these are your 2 offers. What are you gonna do? And I'm over here like, damn, I didn't think this was gonna happen. I didn't think this. You know what I'm saying? So I just tried to do it as best as I could to play it out.
Yeah. So when it comes to the money side of it,
Yeah.
is 2 years, $12.6 million, I think was the exact number, right? 6.5 guaranteed.
6.5 guaranteed for sure.
Is that what was your mindset going into it? Like what number were you at where you're like, man, this is where I want to be?
And I think for me again, it kind of was. I compared
All
my
of it
teams,
together.
all of it together.
Yeah.
So like I knew obviously if I wanted to go to a playoff contender, which
Yeah,
in my mind it was like the 2 that really stuck out to me was Tampa and Buffalo. I knew obviously I wasn't gonna get the same number that I was getting from Miami. So for me it was like, okay, if I'm gonna go to a playoff contender team, I'm trying to get still at least like 4 a year. You know, I'm trying to get 4 a year where I'm not really playing on like a 2-year, $7 million deal when after taxes I'm not really I'm not making as much as I was making my last year, my rookie deal, you know? So for me, that was kind of my number setting into it. And like if I was gonna go to like, you know, kind of like a rebuilding team, it obviously would have to go up more. But that's really how I played it, bro. And it's, you know, you never think like the business side plays into it until it does. You know, I always thought of myself as like a guy who, man, I'm all about the football and I'm all about the winning and I'm all about the, you know, trying to create the best memories for myself. But just being in the NFL, bro, and seeing how they treat guys, like how the business goes, like the short stick of it, dog, like you gotta take care of yourself, you know, at the end of the day.
When they start throwing around those big numbers, you start perking up a little bit, right?
Yeah, man, I did. And I tried to hold it in and try to just, you know, keep it cool, calm, and steady, not really like have it impact my decision and like making an emotional decision at that time. But when you start seeing the numbers, it's one of those things like, damn, like this is really happening.
Especially with the running back market now, right? Like, how did that play into the whole?
Yeah, so
running backs get disrespected in the league.
So I'll tell you the situation. So like for me, I had an offer on the table from Miami. That was the 2 for 12.5. And again, like, you know, I wanted to hear the offer numbers from the 2 playoff contenders. But on my side of things, Tampa wasn't going to give me an offer until they found out what Leonard Fournette was doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was willing to wait a little bit because I thought, you know, it's gonna happen fast.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll wait an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll finally get something. But when I realized that, you know, if I wait, my fate is no longer in my hands. It's in the hands of somebody else.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Time is everything.
Time is everything, bro. And it's like, it's crazy just looking back on it now because Lenny still ain't even signed. You know, he's visiting the Patriots right now, and he's not even signed yet. So, like, if I was really going to sit here and wait for one team, all because I wanted to go play with Tom Brady, you know, and try to play for a championship over there, I couldn't do that to myself.
Business, right?
It's a business, bro. It's a business.
Yeah. I saw you tweeted after the deal got done, just a kid from Florida made it through his rookie deal, right? What did that deal mean to you?
Man, the Miami or the Fordham deal?
The Miami. I'm just saying,
yeah,
you know, coming from where you came from, you know, to make it to your second contract.
I know. For me, bro, it's just like being in the business and seeing how like you hear coming into the NFL. Okay, the average NFL career is like 3.4 years or whatever, and you're like, damn, like that's honestly that's crazy to think about because you have so many guys that also skew that stat.
Yeah.
So you got guys like Brady playing in their 22nd year. You got guys that are multiple 10-year vets, and yet because those guys are still skewing that stat, it's only 3-4.
It's crazy, right?
Like so that's really crazy. Like it's in one door out the other. You know what I'm saying? Fast league. So looking at it like what it meant to me to make it to my second contract, and remembering how many faces I saw in and out of the door in Arizona, bro. You know what I'm saying? Remembering that only me and CK was the only draft picks in 2018 to make it through our 4 years. Like, remembering all that about how it all started and, like, to be where I'm at now, you know, just forever grateful.
You just mentioned, like, the coming in and out of the NFL.
Yeah.
Is that kind of one of the differences you feel like of college and NFL was, like, it's a little bit less like a family feel because you got guys coming in and out all the time? Did you feel that?
Yeah, you feel that. I was fortunate enough. Arizona's probably the best locker room I'll ever be in.
Really?
Oh, man, the guys we had, especially these last 2 years.
Yeah, we had a lot of veterans, too.
We had a lot of vets, but I think it just created something very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to say interesting because we had a bunch of young guys. So you did have little cliques. Like, we had a bunch of young guys like me, Murph, Isaiah Simmons, Kirk.
All the cool kids.
All the cool kids, you know what I'm saying? But then you got the old head vets like Colt McCoy.
Yeah.
You got...
Cole, I heard he's a legend.
Oh, Colt is a legend, bro. Colt is... top one legend, man. He's such a great guy to be around. You got like Matt Prate like 37, Andy Lee. I'm over here playing phone game 10-10 with Andy Lee. He's like 39. You know what I'm saying?
You got JJ Watt.
JJ Watt, bro. JJ's a love, man. JJ's love too. Uncle Rodney Hudson. So it was just, it created something about our locker room, bro. We're like, the old heads, they knew they was the old heads, but they embraced that, and we embraced that. So it was like everybody got along perfectly. It just felt like college. Like every day after practice, bro, being at somebody's house, whether it was my house, Kirk's house, Isaiah's house, Murph's house, just the guys always being together. So I got that college feel from Fordham. But my first year in Arizona, it wasn't like that. It was just like strictly business, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this year, like I had, our running back group was so tight. Me, JC, Eno, and Jay Ward, and we used to have like sessions called fellowship, where we just go to one each other's house, man, and just vibe out like on a Wednesday or something. Just vibe out, talk about life. Don't even really talk about ball. Just really appreciate what we're doing and where we're at.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
What you're talking about Arizona. What were those conversations like with them after the season? When it gets to that time of you're trying to figure out if you're staying in Arizona or not.
I mean, I knew they wanted me back, but obviously it's a number side of things. And I knew in my heart there was no way in hell they could bring me and James back. You know what I'm saying? They were going to have to pick and choose, obviously. And that's just how the business goes, bro. But they gave me a solid offer. They did give me an offer, and they really just kind of threw a number out. I liked the number, but it was just, for other reasons, I didn't really know, how stable it would be for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you go back to the 1 through 5 you're ranking. It all came down just to that,
Yeah, but like AZ, I felt like I had an emotional attachment because my sister been out here. My sister, she been living out here for like 7 years now. Yeah. My mom retired out here to be with Morgan. You know what I'm saying? Right. Okay. So my story, just a quick background on how that happened is, my parents got divorced when I was in college. Morgan had already been living out here working. My mom just said, I'm going to retire and go be with my daughter. And like 3 months later, I got drafted to Arizona. Wow. So it was literally like home.
It's like fate.
So it's like fate, you know what I'm saying? So I had an emotional attachment with that decision. But other than that, man, I knew that, it was just time to move on. Like there's nothing bad happened, nothing like that, but it was just time to move on.
Yeah, makes sense. What are you looking forward to most about being in Miami?
Probably just getting to see my new teammates, meeting my new teammates, kind of going over that process.
You were just there, right?
I was just there signed, for literally not even a day. Signed, flew back out. Yeah, I didn't want to get in trouble, bro. I'm trying to build some discipline, for real.
You couldn't stay for a night. You did 1 day trip.
Nah, bro, I got 1 day trip. I knew because they called me. They said, yeah, a couple of guys are staying, 2-3 days, gonna come out here. Like I said, yeah, nah, just book me the same day. I'll figure that out when I figure it out.
I gotta go record a podcast, right?
Yeah, bro. Look, that's a problem for future me. I was not gonna do that. So, but just learning that process of learning who my teammates are. I think that's always enjoyable. Learning about new guys and where they come from and kind of everyone's journey. We're talking about.
Yeah. And you were saying the city life you want to be part of. I mean, that's going to be fun being in the city.
That's gonna be love.
A lot of culture. A lot of culture. Yeah, you'll fit in well. I saw somewhere too. You were saying you're going to learn how to speak Spanish, right?
Bilingual.
Bilingual, Chase.
Sí. Mi español es más o menos.
I don't know what you're saying, bro.
See, my Spanish is it's a little good. It's alright, a little bit. But yeah, man, I think I've already been to Miami like quite a few times, just being from the East Coast, But I'm gonna be really interested in kind of like you said, learn about the culture of it. Like really go like to I think it's Wynwood, like the art district, like see stuff like that. Not really into the club scene. I'm kind of growing out of that, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. You're getting old, man.
I'm getting old. I'm about to be 26, bro. I'm about to be 26, bro. Yeah, I'm getting closer to 30. So it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Yeah, I'm about to be 27. It's humbling.
It's humbling, right? I'm already knowing. When I turned 25, I was like, damn, bro, I got 5 more years talking about that big 3. That big 3 hit is different.
It's scary, right? It's scary, bro. What's your relationship like with some of those Cardinals guys, Cliff and Kyler and all those guys?
Like my brother's forever, bro. Like in every sense of the word. Like it was funny you say that because we was like all talking. We were all, after everybody was doing their free agency deal, we were all in that group chat. And I was just like, hey, y'all I can't say that word. Y'all better not kick me out of this damn group chat when the season started.
Yeah, it's gonna be out of that.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it goes, bro. The season started, everybody act like, Jay's gotta go. You're not even on the team no more. But nah, man, those are my brothers. We talk every day. we'll probably get together and do like some type of like last supper thing before I get up out of here and before everybody goes their separate ways. But awesome locker room, man. Awesome guys, awesome experience for real.
Yeah, no, that's sick, man. Just seems like, you know, living in this area too, you know, like you said, with your family and like just the fate part of it, like
For sure.
how's it been living in Scottsdale for the last, I mean, it's such a cool place to be.
Yeah.
You know, have you enjoyed living here for the last few years?
Oh, I loved it. I didn't even know nothing about Scottsdale either when I
Me
first got
neither.
here. Nothing
Being
at
from
all.
the East Coast, it's like
Nothing at all. I'm like, Arizona, that's a damn desert. Like, it's AZ. But, man, coming to Scottsdale, learning Old Town, you know what I'm saying? Learning Biltmore District, learning Scottsdale, Paradise Valley. It's been a blessing, bro. It's been cool. Obviously, you know, I think I always tell people, like, the direction that Scottsdale is headed.
Crazy.
I feel like it's like LA without the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Scottsdale made me more dangerous than Miami. You know, it's
I tell
a
people
little
that,
harder
like,
to stay. But
I tell people that, you know, like Monday through Friday, it don't matter. You drive past Old Town, it's gonna be lit up like
Crazy.
Christmas trees. You know what I'm saying? You know about it.
Yeah.
So I tell people like, yo, I'm all right. You know, I'm gonna be all right with Miami. Like Scottsdale definitely prepped me.
For sure.
Definitely prepped me.
Let's talk about your college career a little bit.
Yeah.
Playing at Fordham, kind of smaller school football. You know, what do you feel like that process of just playing at an FCS school, you know, prepared you to, you know, face the adversity and kind of have the underdog mentality in the NFL?
I think it molded me into being the player that I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad I ended up at Fordham, bro. Like to this day, because I remember when I was coming out of high school, you know, FCS, it was like nobody really knew what FCS was. Like you couldn't get to the league from FCS. And I was just so caught up on, I need this FBS offer. I need just one FBS offer so I can go play against some decent sized schools.
Yeah.
I never got it. Ended up going to Fordham, and like already that right in itself gave me that extra motivation. Like when I got there, like I shouldn't even be on this field. You know, I need to go here and dominate and show that I'm the best one by far from day one. You know what I'm saying? And that really just molded me into, it gave me the hard work, the work ethic, the mindset of not giving a damn what nobody else thinks, and the mindset of just believing in myself. And it was kind of like, I literally mentally, bro, just put my back against the wall. And it was like, I'm going to fight my way out this bitch. Like, I don't care. You know, I'm going to find a way to succeed. I'm going to find a way to make it out and not only just survive, but dominate while I do it. And
you did.
Looking back, you know what I'm saying? Here we are, man.
Yeah.
So I don't take nothing for granted when I look back at my experience in Fordham.
It's funny, like just thinking back to your career and being from the same like area, the hometown. Like you were always like the underdog, you know.
Always, bro.
Like coming out of high school, like I was a way bigger recruit than you were, and now look at us now. But that's fine. But for real, like I remember the time when you didn't get picked to the Big 33 game.
Yeah, alternate.
You remember that?
Alternate, bro. I remember like it's yesterday.
Yeah, I figured you still got a chip on your shoulder.
I remember like it's yesterday, bro. I remember that day. Like I was so mad and so pissed. I had told my parents, I was like, man, hell with that game. They asked me to bring it back. I'm not going. You know, I'm not going. And obviously I ended up going. I ended up going. It was either that or senior week. You remember senior week up in what was that? Ocean City. You remember? Senior week. Yeah. And the Big 33 was that week. So I
would have chosen senior week. I would have been at the beach.
Hey, I was really thinking about it. And my best friend Purdy, he had told me, he said, nah, bro, you know, you gotta play in that game. You gotta really find out something about yourself and find out kind of where you stand from a talent standpoint. So obviously I played and it worked out for me.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's talk about Harrisburg a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, our hometown. What's that place mean to you? You still go back at all?
I just came back like 2 weeks ago. I went and saw my dad and my daughter for their birthdays because my dad's March 4th and Avery's March 8th. But man, just it means a lot to me, bro. I remember when I first got away from it, the mindset was always like, man, I ain't never going back. Like, I'm not going back to Harrisburg. You know what it is. It's not much there. Nothing.
Especially coming from like here.
Like from here. Like, I was like, and that's what really opened my eyes. Like when I first got out to Arizona and like to go to a movie theater and be able to order food in the movie theater, like to do this dining, to look at my seat and press a button and I'm reclining back. I'm like, man, what the hell is this? Like,
they don't got that in Harrisburg.
They don't got that in Harrisburg. People don't understand that. Like, where I'm from, we still got the seats where I bring Avery, and if she don't weigh enough, she sinks through the damn seat. You know what I'm talking about? So, coming from a spot like that to a spot like this makes you realize a lot about like how much there is in the world. But also, to me, the older I got, I felt like the more I went back to Harrisburg, I wanted to help bring change and help be a part of the process of upbringing Harrisburg and actually finding ways to have people live better, just have better venues, better entertainment, just a better lifestyle, bro. Because like look at all the talent we had come out there. Like you were 5-star. You know what I'm saying? Micah now, who's the face of the NFL. Like we got so much talent that comes out of Harrisburg, and it's kind of like, and I think he's doing a great job of just really wearing that emblem on his chest, but just finding ways, bro, like LaShawn McCoy.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, finding ways to just help bring back Harrisburg, bring the community up in whatever way that we can, just because, like you said, man, there's so much talent out there, so much opportunity, but they don't really know it,
Are you doing any specific projects in there? Or are you kind of exploring?
Yeah, so
I know Shady's got a million.
Yeah, I've been talking to Shady, bro. I'm trying to get under his wing. We've been reaching back and forth, and he told me once I kind of get this deal and get my feet under me, he'll help me out. But I'm just anything that I can do, bro, from a community standpoint to help the guys, I'm gonna do. I'm thinking about throwing some money and just making my high school a better gym, better weight room. Just anything where I can, help guys have a better chance of making it out.
Yeah, they should build your statue there at CD East, man.
Man, a statue? I don't know, man. They got me a little.
At least
jersey.
at Chase Edmonds Gym.
They got my jersey up there, yeah. But
I
never been in I never been the guy to how you see people donate to gyms, and I guess if you do donate the money, you want that. You want it to be. You want your name to be up there. But I never been like that. So as long as I make my impact, man, I know what I did. I'm not tripping.
Yeah, no, it's such a cool area. People are moving there more and more now, like the Harrisburg.
No, it is, bro.
And
yeah.
Even Midtown Harrisburg, and it's kind of. I mean, it's not booming, but
the West Shore is booming.
The West Shore is
booming. I went over to the West Shore.
County's booming.
It's different. Yeah, that's like a way better lifestyle, and I never even been out there though, bro. Growing up in Harrisburg, I never crossed the bridge.
Yeah.
I never went to the West Shore. It was always just
same thing growing up on the West Shore. You never went to the Shore.
Why would y'all? I ain't going over there. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I never really did that. But to go out there and then drive out there and see how different their lifestyle is crazy.
No, for sure. Let's talk about the last few seasons of your of your career so far. Give me your favorite moment of your 4-year career.
My favorite moment was probably the New York Giants game when I had the 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, you snapped,
bro. And
was that 2020? What was that?
That was 2019, bro. That was my year 2.
It's all blurry.
That's blurry. So that was year 2. And for me, it was that game because not only was it probably my best game, but it was like my homecoming. It was my first game back in New York City. Yeah. I already went to Fordham, so I had like 30 people there at that game. And then not to mention how many people were watching the game back home. So for that to just be my best game, obviously it was huge. It was huge, bro. It was like a dream come true to go in MetLife and do what I did and kind of make a name for myself and kind of
that's kind of when you went on the map, right?
Yeah, that's kind of like when I went on the map because 2 games prior to that, Cincinnati I had a touchdown, Atlanta I had a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Then New York I do that. Yeah. It kind of catapulted me a little bit.
Yeah. What's the most challenging moment of the last few years?
I say, bro, and for me, the most challenging moment was always, it was kind of like, I don't want to say it was one instance, but I always remember looking back at my 4-year run in Arizona, except for the New York Giants game and the Colts game on Christmas, because I had like 132 yards against the Colts. Yeah. But I feel like, most people view me as like a change of pace back, complimentary piece back, someone who's kind of always switching off, change of pace, whatever. Every time I felt like I had the opportunity to prove that I was the guy, it just never worked out, bro. And that's always frustrating because, you work, you bust your ass to get an opportunity like that. You bust your ass to showcase your talents. And then I just felt like every time I knew I was going into a game and I was going to have 25 touches and it was a unique game for me to be able to finally put my name on the map and finally show that, hey, man, while Chase may not be a typical 30-touch guy every single game, he can also snap if you give him those touches, and for it to not work out like that, that was probably the most frustrating thing for me, for whatever reason, whether it was because the defense was good or I played bad or I didn't get the opportunities I felt. It just never worked out, and I think that was probably just my biggest frustration through my 4 years.
Even this past season, you missed a few games this past year?
Yeah, high sprained ankle, bro. I was playing well. I was playing very well, and then I got the first play of the game. I never got hurt in the first play of the game before. Taking the inside zone, we took an inside zone from the center, and I cut it back, and I think a D tackle, the left side, three tech, he landed on me. And I had thought I broke my leg. I thought I broke my fibula the way it felt. Yeah. and he just landed like awkwardly, kind of like trapped my leg like that. So his whole weight just went on me, and you know, high sprained ankle ain't no joke, bro.
No, I heard
it's no joke, bro.
Yeah,
I remember doing a rehab, and like when I first came back from the MRI scan, I'm walking like an 85-year-old man, bro. Like legitimately like snail walking, bro. I couldn't even like pick my foot up, bro. Like I had to learn how to properly heel, arch.
It's bad.
So it's bad, bro.
Yeah,
I never experienced nothing like that in my life, but it was bad. But I felt like, you know, through those dark times and through the trials and tribulations, you always come out stronger at the end of the day once you look back at it.
I remember when I did my high ankle and the doctor was like, yeah, you'll be back in like 3 weeks. And I was like, I ain't going to be back in 3 weeks. I can't even walk, bro.
You can't even walk, bro.
Walk.
You can't walk. I remember just, like, if my foot was on the ground and just literally playing with it, like, different angles, it would hurt so bad. And I was like, bro, ain't no way I'm going to be able to play again. Like, how is this about to happen? But AZ had a tremendous team, and, you know, they got me back on the field pretty fast.
I want to ask you about just the dynamic with you and Connor last season. You know, I'm a guy, when I was playing, man, I wanted the ball every play. Like, I want, you know, like we were on the goal line.
Right.
I wanted the ball on the goal line. So I want to ask you about this past season and some of the dynamic between you and James Conner. And, you know, a lot of times you were getting pulled on the goal line to give James Conner. He was getting like 3 touchdowns a game at some point. Was that ever frustrating for you to not get those goal line carries?
Frustrating? Nah. Just, honestly, when it first was happening, I just wanted one tug. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really, I'm not tripping, you know what I'm saying? I also understand that the dynamics of football, and I understand what goes into winning a football game and the team camaraderie about it. And like when they brought JC in, obviously we fit so well because you know what I was really good at, and what he was really good at was polar opposites. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be able to come in and give us the tough yards, especially the goal line situations, in which we struggled at last year, the year before he came in, he fixed the problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's just part of the game. And that's what comes with it. So I wasn't really having it knock me like that. I know my fantasy owners were like obviously pissed.
Me.
Yeah, my fantasy owners were OD pissed.
That's why I asked about it.
I remember, I would always get mentioned about like, can you just get in the end zone, bro? Like, and I'm like, damn, I'm playing good, bro. I'm just not getting, I'm not getting in the zone. But
I kept telling people bet Chase Edmonds anytime touchdown.
Anytime, bro. You should have seen. Every time I was getting mentioned, it was like, okay, you know, it's happening. This is the week it's happening. I'm doubling down. I'm hammering it. And I come to the end of the game after no tunnel, like, damn, bro. Yeah. You done lost that bet, trying to see. But JC is one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. Truly, bro. Like, I got his book sitting on my nightstand right now. That's my guy. That's my brother. So from that perspective of it and from that dynamic of it, it was never a frustrating point or just anything that was like, damn, can I get some love? It was just like more so me kind of looking at myself like, well, you got to make it happen when you get the rock. Like, you know what's going to happen when you get down there. That's why we signed him. You know, like that's why we literally signed him. Like that's football, bro.
And that's the great part about sports, like just football. Like you can want to get those touches yourself, but also be happy for him.
Right.
And that just takes maturity.
I was, dog. Like as I learned more about JC and where just his journey and what he's been through. You know what I'm saying? Crazy story, bro. Crazy ass story, and just like how much love he had for Pittsburgh and. You know, kind of from my side of things, from the outside, like seeing that they kind of did him, like they ran him to the ground and just kicked him to the curb. Didn't even try to offer my man no money.
It's the running back market.
It's the running back market, bro. It's the running back world. Yeah. So, you know, I'm so glad to see that me and him got what we deserved, and that's my guy forever. So, like, the frustrating thing was, you know, obviously you as a player trying to be great and you as a man trying to be great and have these goals that you want to do. Yeah, it's going to eat you up a little bit, but I would never bring that into my workface. You know, that's something that I got to deal with myself.
No, I feel that. That's the great balance, right?
Yeah, it's the balance, bro. It's the balance.
Yeah. What's your favorite play? Like inside zone, outside zone? Are you like
my favorite play is probably inside zone, but split action. So like if I have a tight end pulling, I like split flow just because with me,
cutback,
always, bro. And I feel like any type of split forward motion always messes with the defense's eyes, especially in the box. Like, I don't know what it does, but seeing somebody go the opposite way of the run play going, it just messes with their eyes a little bit, messes with the rhythm. I really feel like I'm good at gauging the backer's point and the backer's stance. And, like, if he's following that split action, okay, I know now I'm going to replace his shadow. You know, if that backer sees that tight end coming and he's chasing that hard C gap, I'm just going to play it tight and stick tight and hit that AB gap, you know what I'm saying? And so that's probably my favorite.
That's what
play.
you're so good at too, like the quick acceleration. And the,
Yeah,
and the whole,
yeah. Like I'm
you're
never,
not a burner.
I'm not a burner.
Yeah.
I've never been a
Yeah.
burner either, bro.
Yeah.
But like, I'm next gen got the weirdest stats. But I got tagged in like some weird ass stat that said like, I hit 15 miles per hour, for 23% of my carries. Like, I don't know, number one out of all running backs with minimum
So
100
that's
attempts.
like a burst stat, right?
It's like a burst
Yeah,
stat, but like so it made sense to me.
Yeah.
I know to the casual fan, they're probably like, "Oh, you guys are just reaching,"
Yeah,
which
yeah.
it is a reach
Chasing
stat.
fast.
Yeah, it is a reach
Yeah.
stat, but it shows like okay, he's bursting and he's getting from
Yeah.
0 to his 100 as fast as possible, as quick as possible. And I feel like that's what's needed in the running back game. You know, obviously it is great to break out those 60-yard runs, but in the NFL, bro, you're due for about 2 of those a season. You know what I'm saying? So I try to use that to my strength.
Yeah. No, you've done a good job at it. I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I
that
appreciate
season.
you.
Let's switch gears slightly and just talk about family and specifically
Yeah.
Avery, your daughter, and what that's been like. I mean, it's obviously a huge part of your life,
Yeah.
and what's it been like having a daughter through this exciting time
Yeah,
of your young
man,
career.
crazy dynamic. I remember when I had her when I was 18,
Yeah.
about to be 19, not having a clue
Yeah.
how to be a
She's
dad.
growing up, huh?
She's 7.
7.
Yeah,
That's
she's
crazy.
7 going on 12. She's 7 going on 12 now, bro. Like the conversations I had with her, still to this day, sometimes I'm like, damn, like I'm really having a full conversation right now with my daughter.
Yeah.
Like I'm over here crying, like, baby, just please promise when you turn 13, you won't hate that.
yeah.
Just please. But it's been a great dynamic, just especially to see her get older and see how my career has progressed and to see her actually know and understand football now and, you know, watch football. She doesn't like going to the games because she thinks they're too loud.
Really?
But yeah, but she'll watch the games,
It's
man.
better watching on TV anyhow. Right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For her, at least. So, but it's been great with that, man.
You feel like it made you mature at a really young age?
Yeah. Oh, man, I was wild. 18, 19, Chase?
Yeah, different.
Different.
Different breed.
Different breed, man. But having Avery obviously calmed me down quite a bit, and just it puts things in perspective of, you know, when you like thinking about saying certain shit or when you thinking about doing something stupid.
Yeah.
I always have that last thought in my head before I even make that decision. Like, okay,
Yeah.
put whatever you're about to do. Make like how would Avery look at you if you're making this decision? You know
It
what
ain't
I'm
just
saying?
about you anymore.
It ain't just about you anymore, bro. When you have a child, man, it's never about you anymore. That's how it goes. That's what the game is.
Yeah. No, it's got to just change your perspective on everything. You know,
Yeah,
it's gotta
it
be-
does.
it's gotta be
It
an
does.
interesting
It does, man. Really, it gave me that dad mind.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. Speaking of the mature mind, what are you doing with your money nowadays? Like, take me through your investment plan.
Yeah, bro. So, right now I have 2 properties, and I'm looking to get a third in Harrisburg,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to get one in obviously when I move down to Miami too. So I'm just trying to slowly but surely build my portfolio up. So what I did was when I got out here, and again, like back to the locker room thing with Arizona, like I got in with my boy Devon Kennard,
Okay.
and he owns like 30 properties already, bro. And like, but he just kind of taught me so much about the game of real estate and kind of how he got into it, how he started it. You know what I'm saying? So I have someone kind of lean on and at least ask questions towards that. But another thing I'm doing is I'm actually making an app with Kirk. We're in the process of making an app.
You mentioned that to me when we were at dinner that one time. And
Yeah.
then, but I was going to
Yeah,
ask
bro.
you.
So we're making a social media app. So essentially, what we're doing is, like when you go to a new city or when you're in a city and you kind of want to find out about where to go out or what to do or what, you go to like Apple Maps or Instagram.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing
Search,
that,
like,
there's no
Yeah.
really search engine that is predicated towards the entertainment industry and
Yeah.
kind of just they also call like the new American cuisine industry,
Yeah.
which is really just a fancy restaurant that you can order bottles to.
Yeah.
But there's nothing for that, you know what I'm saying? So we're just trying to make this app where you're able to see what's going on, see the scene around you, see what's going on around you, be able to see what a venue or what an entertainment industry looks like, and at least have the feel of it before you even get there. Because I feel like in the nightlife industry, you know about it, bro. Like it's nothing worse than showing up to a club and either it's a 30-minute wait, you know what I'm saying, you don't have bottle service, because again, 95% of people who go out don't order bottle service.
Yeah.
So going to a club, seeing it's a 30-minute wait time outside, you can't get in, or going to a club and whatever vibe you thought it was, you don't like the music, you don't like the crowd, you don't like the vibe. So I just feel like that's something that it's such a problem that people don't even know they have.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do is we're just trying to streamline the process of people going out and what it looks like to go out. And the name for it is called Scene.
Okay.
And we're gonna spell it SCEEN. So I have it with like a double-edged sword because there's a lot of features of it, and I wish I could break it all the way down to you, but I really want it to be like know the scene, SCENE, but also be seen, like SEEN. You know what I'm saying, bro?
So it's kind of like a social media platform.
Definitely gonna be a social media platform.
So
too.
like, if you have it, can you follow people on it? Like, can I see what you're doing?
Yeah. So this is how I want to do it. I'm trying to, cause it's so like.
Let's break it down, man.
Making an app is so widespread, bro. It's so widespread. So like, my idea of it is this: the simple functionality purpose of it that I wanted to do. The sole function of it, like when you make an app, you gotta build a pyramid. The base of it is that if you're out with your boys, bro, it's 5 of y'all, you're pre-gaming right here. Yeah. And you don't know where to go. You didn't plan on that you were going out, but you want to go out. You didn't know where to go, what to do. You open up my application, and if you're like you have like a 20-mile radius system, right? So you're in Scottsdale. Mm-hmm. Every bar or club within the 20 miles will pop up for you, okay? Gotcha. Like on an interactive map or a listed feature. We're gonna be pulling data from all, whether it's Instagram, Snapchat, Google, Yelp. We're gonna be pulling data from legit, organic, authentic users and putting it into this feed. So now, while you guys are making your decision, you can see hi-fi. Yeah. So if somebody,
is hi-fi popping or not?
Yeah, is hi-fi popping or not? Or is it low-key? Do you want a low-key vibe? You know, it's Pretty Please popping, it's Riot popping. So at least from the sole functionality purpose of it, you at least, bro, have transparency on what to expect. Yeah. Because I think that's such a problem in bars and nightclubs is like, you don't really know what to expect. Like, you can go on Apple Maps and look up a review from 2 years ago or a picture from 2 years ago, but that's not giving you a legit, authentic idea of this is what that club looks like. Yeah. So from that sole functionality purpose, that's what I wanted to do. And then from there, I wanted to be able to where, this is where it gets kind of complicated. Mm-hmm. So like, I want to make it to like where it's a filtered setting of, if you wanted to post something on your scene profile, you can filter out who it goes to. So like, if you wanted it totally public and totally accessible to everyone, then okay, you click public. Yeah. But if you put on your filtered settings of output like female, ages, you're 26.
I see what you're doing.
You see what I'm doing, right?
How do I sign up?
How do I sign up? But it's I want to do it and make it in a way where I'm also protecting people's privacy. For sure. Because I've talked to a lot of female friends and like I've made this idea apparent before I even decided to put money behind it on what's wrong with it, what's the problems I'm gonna have with it. And for me, it's the big thing is just protecting people's privacy. But like, so if you did have your filter setting to 25 to 29, right? Yeah. And what I can do is, I want to make it to like a status bar. So you log into your scene. You're at work, bro, at 2 o'clock. You log into your scene. You know you want to go out. It's Friday. You know you want to go out. It's only 2. You could change your status bar to green. And that's it. Go back to work. Nothing else happens of it. If a girl who fits your filtered settings and you also fit hers, does that make sense? Yeah. What I'm saying? Yeah. And she changes her status bar to green. She's within 22 miles of you, Adam. That's not relevant. Yeah. That's not relevant because you guys are now in a real-time location and you now both desire something similar. Yeah. You'd get a push notification of like, hey, Adam, we seen a user who fits your filter settings want to go out. Tap for more. Gotcha. So with that tap for more now, you see that this girl named Sophie, you guys fit each other's profile. It kind of opens up a connection of like, hey, I see that you wanted to go out. I want to go out. You know, do we want to coordinate something like that?
That's the cool part. It has like the actionable item attached so you can
how I monetize that though is you monetize it just like a dating app monetizes swipes. Gotcha. So like say you have 4 connections every day. Yeah. You're only allowed to connect with someone that's not in your contact list 4 times, and if you want to before you got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make it like a one-stop shop for like picture like a club version of Yelp, but instead of writing a review, you're showing a review. Yeah. You know, because what really sparked this idea in my head was when I go out and I used to go out a lot and I still do go out. You see so many people, bro, they post pictures of bottles. Yeah. They post pictures of who's in their section. Yeah. We don't know why we do it, but like it's a boomerang, like whatever, you do it, right? It's whatever. But you do it to your Instagram. Yeah. So like you may have X amount of followers on Instagram, but it's not relevant to what you're posting right then and there. Your mom might follow you. Yeah. Your little brother's in Pennsylvania. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't care. It's not relevant to them. But if I can make a demographic and if I can make a digital community of posting things where it's to relevant people that actually care about it and that I can connect with someone while I'm out in relevant time, then I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm onto something. Yeah,
that's exciting. What's the business process been like to get that set up? Has it been crazy?
So it was crazy.
You got a lot going on, man.
I got a lot going on, bro. So the business side of it, I ended up hiring one of my former teammates. He has I don't even know what he's like a project manager. He has his own company and he acts as a project manager for people. SQC Strategies, my guy Tony Fox. So I got with Tony. He essentially acted as our project manager and gave us an entire guideline of step by step of this is how, if you want to make an app, this is what you got to do, the entire roadmap of it. And I mean, so much goes into it. Right now, I'm in the phase of basically making a PowerPoint slideshow, right? And me and my guy Shane, I'm trying to make the user journey through every single interaction.
Right.
So like from the home screen to making your profile to the app kind of getting an individual profile for each person. So like when you log into like my app, you might have a set of like 4 questions. You got to answer those questions. Yeah. At the very minimum, it's the basis of what you are as an individual, what your profile is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much that goes into it on the back end of things, which is crazy. But I can't imagine either. But I still can't. So we're just right now trying to design the front end and what it looks like for a user. But we already have our app developer that we're gonna go to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm still looking for a UI guy.
Gonna raise some money, raise capital.
Oh yeah, we're gonna raise some money. And Kirk, that's where Kirk kind of comes in with it. You know, Kirk, he always wanted to raise his own fund, and that's what he's reading up on. And you know, I mean, shit, he ain't got no problem doing that no more. Shout out to my dog, Big 84. But it's something that, you know, it started off as just like a funny ass idea, bro. Me and him was at practice, stretching, doing pregame stretches, pre-practice stretches. And I looked at him, I said, bro, I'm trying to get rich, bro. Yeah. And
real rich.
Like real rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, he laughed. Yeah. And I was like, no, seriously, bro. I'm trying to get rich. Like, I don't, you know, and we were like, let's make something. And it started off as just like that. And then we were thinking about in the world, this is all going on while we're stretching that practice. Like, what does the world not have? Like, what's, you know, and it started off as like, well, what if we could like make a way for people to see what a club looks like before they get into it? And like it started off as just some stupid idea of like, okay, maybe we can tap into like security systems for clubs. And I'm like, nah, that's too much. Like that's that.
You gotta be able to execute.
Yeah, you gotta be able to execute it. And it went from that to this now, and it's crazy because it's been about 7 months of something that was so stupid that turned into just like a stupid idea of us trying to do something. But now it's like, you know what, bro? Like we got the funds. Like why not invest a little bit in yourself? And I feel like we're in the perfect opportunity, the perfect market of asking former teammates, hey, bro, a couple grand here, a couple grand there. You know what I'm saying? Like
guys that have access to cash.
Yeah, access to cash. You know what I'm saying? It would really raise some serious money for us. And I feel like just with our names, the marketing, if we can find the right brand, the right ambassador to really help us, you know, it might end up turning into something. And if it doesn't, it's like, to me, it's whatever. Because, you know, I always want to try to invest in myself and see if I can do
learn so much.
You learn so much.
How much have you learned about business just doing it?
Right, and how much I've learned about tech. Like, I was never into tech, bro. Yeah. But I had to literally just sit in like, it'll be days where I was sitting right here, bro. I'm just on my computer learning about tech, learning about user interaction, learning about UI and all this other things that I never even heard of before. But because I'm over here trying to develop an app, you know, I gotta learn these things. But it's been awesome just to go through that process because for me, like as I'm developing this thing and I'm developing these features of what I want my app to have, it's like I'm thinking of it through the consumer side because I'm literally thinking of it like, okay, if I'm on my phone right now, how do I want this to act? Yeah. How would it feel natural to me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's been cool.
That's sweet. I'm excited to use it.
Man, hopefully, man.
I'll help out.
My boy Tony said we should be in the design phase in the summer if we're staying on the same progress that we're at. So we'll see.
Are you invest in like crypto or NFTs at all? Are you in that game at all?
I was for a little bit.
I feel like you would be. That's just
I was for a little bit, bro. But I don't know. I don't want to say I'm a conspiracy theorist guy, but like for me,
a lot of unknowns. Yeah.
Like it's a lot of unknowns, bro. And I feel like the government is gonna find a way to regulate crypto and such, where like the return, the profit margin for me is not even what I thought it was when I first got into it. Now, like Uncle Sam is always gonna find a way, bro, to get his money back.
We'll tax the whole thing.
Like they're already trying to do that. So I'm not really into it as much. My boy Kev is in the NFTs, crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta get into that. I don't really understand it, but I really think the app took place of the crypto. Yeah. And I was okay with that.
Too much attention.
I was okay with that, bro. Yeah, I was okay with that because the app was me. Yeah. Like that's my work, that's my pride. The crypto and things, that's kind of out of my hands, you know.
Unless we do like a Chase Edmonds NFT drop.
NFT drop, I seen, it's crazy. I think like Steph Curry did like one of those where like after he broke the record for his threes, he had an NFT for each individual three that he made. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's a crazy market right now. But What was your first big purchase after your rookie deal?
After my rookie deal?
What's it going to be after?
So actually for me, my rookie deal wasn't a purchase. I ended up dropping $100K and paying off my sister's student debt loan.
That's awesome.
So I that was my first thing I did with my money.
How was that? How was it telling her that? Was it cool?
It was cool, man. Yeah, it was cool telling her that, man. Awesome. Hurt a little more when I seen it go on my checking account.
You're like $100 grand, because at that point you're making a lot of money, but you're not making like $10.
I wasn't making no bread, bro.
Yeah,
So
that's a lot for you.
right, and like literally seeing the signing bonus hit first, and then seeing half of it, like you know what I mean, go away.
Taxes
I was like, damn, this shit. But that was my first purchase doing that, man, and I have no regrets for that because I'm a big believer in, like, when you get these blessings, bro, and when you're able to do so much, like, what are you really getting if you're not helping out your own? You're like, if you're not helping out your inner circle, you ain't really doing nothing in my eyes. That's just how I look at it. So that was the first thing I did. My big purchase, I guess, for this one is probably just gonna be a house. You know, I've gone away from the jewelry. I've gone away from the
growing up.
I'm growing up, bro, and I'm glad I had like a circle like guys like Larry Fitz, Kevin Beecham. I'm trying to think. It's another man. I can't think of another mentor, but just guys who really molded me, bro, and taught me like and showed me the mistakes they made and showed me to if you can really resist that temptation. Because now I remember first coming into the league, I wanted the jewelry. I'm already over the jewelry phase now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a fast car. I got a Porsche, but now I'm already like, man, it's just a damn car. You know, it gets me to point A to point B. So
you got a Porsche, man?
I gotta use though. I gotta use. I made sure. I made sure I gotta use, bro, like a 2017. But just my methodology is if it don't make money, it don't make sense. So I'm trying to find a way.
Don't buy liabilities, right?
Don't buy liabilities, bro. For real.
Sweet. Well, you bought this place, right?
I did buy this place, yes sir.
And you
yes,
bought
sir.
it in like a year ago?
About May.
It's been a sick investment for you?
Yeah, it has,
It's
bro.
probably going up a lot, man.
I know with the market, bro. The market's crazy out here, dog. It's crazy. And I think being in Biltmore, I think it'll go up probably more in like the next 2 years. I think Biltmore is still kind of being gentrified and they're still trying to bring it up. But I think I'm going to hold on to it and just see what I can do with it.
It's a sweet place.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, Biltmore, Arcadia, there's a place.
I love Arcadia. Arcadia's fire. Yeah.
What are your plans after you're done playing football? I've heard GM, I've heard media, I've heard.
I got a lot.
What are we doing, man?
What's crazy is though, bro, I ain't even bragging. I can do them all.
Literally.
I swear I can do a damn good job in them all, whichever one I choose. But I think it depends how my football career goes. I think that's
how long you play.
How long I play, who I meet, the connections I make. Cause like in the perfect world, bro, the app takes off. I can manage the app. That's something I want to do because I literally started that thing from the ground up. And like, you know, when you start investing time into stuff, bro, like you start getting connected to things and you don't want to really give it up like that. You don't want to see it fail. So I take a lot of pride in that. But I wanted to be a GM. I don't know if I could do a GM because I don't think I could ever get myself to that side of things. Like to go from former player to a GM is two different sides. Because to be a GM, you got to be cutthroat, bro.
No
like
doubt,
you got to be cutthroat to save your own ass, save your job, and make sure the team is right. But then also to be on the side of being the player and seeing the ugly side of the business and seeing how organizations treat players, it's like I don't know if I could do that. You know, and that's just not who I am. I'm not that type of person. Would love to go into media. Would love to go on TV.
That, man?
Talk about football. Talk about sports. The Stephen A. Smith, all that. So I'm taking it a day at a time, bro. See where it goes. But if I had to put money on it, it's probably gonna be something with media. Backup dream job though is to be a Hollywood actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do it all, man. Michael Strahan does everything.
Strahan hit the lotto. He hit the lotto. He get paid more than he gets paid from playing. So, but same with like Aikman and Troy, bro. Troy and
they're making way more money than
bro. Troy made. They said Troy made like 50 M's in his whole career. He just signed a deal for like 65. Like
that's crazy.
So kudos to them, man. They're leading the way.
We're gonna have to set up a little like weekly podcast appearance on.
Fine, I can do that.
You see how like Aaron Rodgers goes on the
McAfee show?
Yeah. The Brenneman show.
I wonder how much he pays Aaron Rodgers to do that.
He can do it for free, right?
For sure. Because McAfee just got hit with a bag. He got paid like $30 million, bro. Like,
well, I saw what changed the game in media, as you probably realized, is like the gambling money.
Yeah.
Like now that gambling's legal, like it just changed everything. Because now like FanDuel and Barstool Sportsbook and DraftKings, they're all throwing money behind sports. Before it was illegal.
That's gonna be a whole other topic because I think the gambling in the sports world and how they're kind of monetizing it I don't know if I'm making sense with this, but I think it's gonna get to the point of like how college kids are trying to get paid.
Yeah.
Because I don't see how all this money being bet on my name or my individual stats and I don't profit at all.
Mm-hmm.
Now they gotta find a way obviously to make it to where you're not impacting the integrity of the game.
For sure.
But I also do think there's something wrong with the fact that the NFL can prioritize gambling, put gambling in stadiums, and then the players on that field, you telling me we can't benefit from that?
Yeah.
It don't make sense.
Like there's now a sports book. They're building a sports book at the Cardinal Stadium.
At the Cardinal Stadium, bro.
Stadium.
So you telling me
Yeah.
you can have somebody walk in that stadium and bet X amount of dollars on my name and on this team, but we can't benefit from it? Nah, that's something's got to change. Whether it's an annual cut from the percentage, it's got to be a change though for that.
And it's just funny to me, like from an outsider looking at like how anti-gambling the NFL pretends to be,
Bro,
how pro like the
how much
Calvin
money-
Ridley suspension.
Yeah, that's to me, bro. That's ass backwards.
Crazy.
That's ass backwards. Like, okay, he gambled on the game. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It was
But he
wrong.
wasn't even playing.
He wasn't even playing, bro.
Yeah.
The man wasn't even playing. Like that's crazy. And how you can man, it's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
But I think it does need to be a change, and it needs to be talked about because it's a problem, it's a thing, and it's gonna be
Changes the game.
changes the game. They said when Arizona opened up sports gambling, they said in that 3-month period, it was like $2 billion have been gambled.
Oh,
I couldn't even
crazy.
believe the figure because there's no way in hell
And you saw none of that.
you saw none of it.
Yeah.
Not a penny.
Yeah.
Not a penny, bro.
So I want to ask you about what's going on in college football right
Yeah.
now, because you didn't come from a big time program, but
Right.
you played Division I college football, and it's just a crazy world. NIL, name, image, and likeness. Players get paid. Coaches are making like $10 million. Transfer portals out of the charts. Like, what are just your thoughts on college football, especially the transfer portal? 'cause
Right.
Now all the FCS kids just go
Just go to FBS,
It's
right?
like a farm system.
Man, it's crazy. They are turning that into a legitimate business.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that they're going to run into problems just because I feel like we knew that college players needed to be paid, right?
Yeah.
But they went from not getting paid at all to like no limitations. So I feel like it's turning into like a bidding war. And that's where like you're going to get these things of like guys getting offered X amount of dollars just to go to a university. You're turning into bidding wars.
Literally, just paying them.
Just paying them, bro.
Boosters.
Just paying them, bro. And to the point where guys in college are making millions of dollars. You don't even feel like you gotta go to the NFL anymore. It's like shit. I'm already set, bro. Like
I'm pissed I missed out on that, bro.
I'm pissed I missed out on that too. Like I went to Fordham. I probably wouldn't have seen a lot.
But you were in New York.
Yeah, I'd have seen something, bro. I'd have seen something.
Yeah.
And to just see it go from 0 to 100 so fast is crazy, bro.
Nuts.
It's wild.
It's like the Wild Wild West, man. Like, you can't control it. And players transferring all the time.
And the transfer portal was crazy too. I wasn't really following that until like what, the quarterback just followed Lincoln Riley right to USC
there,
and he can play immediately.
Immediately play.
That's crazy.
You get one-time waiver, you can transfer.
I mean,
over.
I get it because like again, like
It's
coaches.
like free agency, though.
Yeah, it is like
coaches
crazy.
league. Like
Yeah,
crazy.
coaches leave like crazy. So like I get they're trying to make it a fair playing field.
Yeah.
But it is getting wild with
Yeah,
that.
it's crazy. They're gonna have to figure it out somehow.
No, they will. They,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah.
I think one thing I wanted to ask you about was like your draft night, because I
Yeah.
think that's something that fans always like to hear about. Like, what was
Yeah.
that like?
You know what's crazy though, bro? My draft night was nothing crazy at all. So I was at Fordham.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just at Fordham for draft night with the guys. It was actually a darty going on. So I was inside because it was day 3. I'm still waiting on my name to
You
be
were at
called.
a
I'm at a
darty.
darty, bro. I wasn't trying to be at a darty either. I literally said, all right, I'm going to go to this spot. Hopefully by the time the darty start, my name was already called. I can just get hammered and enjoy it. But I didn't go to the 4th round. And I remember being at a darty, everybody's outside, and I finally got the call from Steve. And I was like, Arizona. I was like, this shit really happening? And all my boys came in after I got off the phone and threw all this champagne on me and everything like that.
I love it.
Ended up going up to New York City. I think I went to Tao that night. And that was my first time
You were
buying.
spending big money.
Not big money. I was spending big money. It was my first time buying the table though, bro. And I was looking at that tab. I'm like, damn,
Oh no.
this is OD.
What, like a couple grand?
It was like 3,500. Yeah, I was like,
What'd Steve say on that call?
God, can I ever? It was. I think he had a
Thanks to
7.
Steve Kahn.
Yeah, he had a 717 area
Did he?
code.
717?
Yeah, he called me from his personal phone. He had a 717 area code, and I was like, 717. He said, "How many GMs you know got a 717 area code?" And I instantly knew that it was Arizona, bro. But I'll never forget that day, that experience, just because that's something that you hold with you for the rest of your life, man. But
That's
Yeah,
sweet.
it was cool, man.
That's sweet. What's it been like being reffed by the legend Drew Rosenhaus, man? What's that like?
Man,
Because he's like the goat of agents, right?
yeah, I mean, that's what they say. That's what they say. It's cool though. Drew's a funny guy, bro. He's just got this distinct voice. He just
He gets shit done.
Chase,
too.
how are you? You know, he's a great guy. Always smiling, always cheesing, always working, bro. I remember when he was recruiting me at the time, and I had called him. This dude answered the phone in the shower, bro.
Right.
Like, and to
You hear
me,
the water running?
and bro, he's in the shower. He said, Chase, you know, I'm in the shower, but look, man, I'm always working for you. So what do you need? So he's cool though, man. I got references from him just talking to Shady because he represented LaShawn.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, and I was just asking him about kind of the guy he is because you hear things and I get it, but you know, Adam, truth be told, I've never been with a big fish.
Yeah.
I've never been a big fish.
Yeah.
And I felt like at this point in my career, it was something that, you know, I felt like I owed it to myself, bro, to be with a big fish.
Yeah.
You know, and if it doesn't work out, it don't work out. But at least I can say I at least experienced it. I at least tried, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what went into it for me.
I think finally you're a big fish, right? Finally, man.
Almost, man. I think they still call me a small fish, but I'm working to be a big fish.
Well, you'd rather be a small fish or a big fish in a big city,
in a
right?
big city, bro.
Miami.
Big city, Miami. I'm excited for it though, bro. For real, yeah.
I wanna end with like a few rapid fire,
Okay,
not
yeah.
rapid fire, but just a little more personal
Yeah.
questions that people get to know
I got
a little
you.
bit. What's the first 30 minutes of your morning look like? What do you do when you wake up?
First 30 minutes, I get out the bed. First thing I do is brush my teeth, wash my face, probably take a morning piss, like always. And then I'll put on some music. I feel like I always like starting off the day with music, like whatever vibe you're in, whatever mood you're in for, but some type of music. I usually start off with Motown.
Okay.
I'm an old soul, bro. I got into Motown because my mom's cheap ass. When I was growing up, we never flew anywhere, ever. Like Faye was always calculated about how much money is she gonna spend if she drives,
Gas mileage.
fill up, all that. So when we would take these far ass road trips, I took a 16-hour trip with her to Florida. Yeah, we drove to and back from Florida instead of getting a
That
damn
had to
flight.
be more expensive than a flight.
Well, it was 5 of us. I was in the middle
Okay,
seat,
gotcha.
bro. I was like 9 or some shit. But she would always play old music, Motown, and I would just listen to her with her. And then next thing you know, I love Motown now, bro.
Now you fly first class every time you fly.
I don't.
You really?
I don't.
Okay.
I never purchased a first class ticket yet.
Wow. Things may change here soon. I don't
Man,
know.
I don't know, man. Yo,
the Phoenix to Miami flight's a long one.
I think, yeah, if it's like over 4 hours, I think it's worth it. But to me, like buying first class for short flights, I'd be like, I'll save the money.
No, I don't think I've ever flown first class.
Nah, Miami flew me first class though.
Okay.
That was
Classic,
love.
yeah.
That was love.
What's something you do every day without fail?
Every day without fail. I would say play the video game.
I had a feeling you were saying.
Play the video. I'm a big gamer. You see the setup over there. I got the PC going. I got the stream mic, the
chair,
webcam,
the
the
big-
chair, all that,
the
bro.
chair.
I play the hell out of the game.
So what are you playing? What are we playing?
Right now, I'm on a new game, Elden Ring.
Really?
Yeah. I never played it before. It's a big time, like, massive open world game. It's fictional though. So like picture like Lord of the Rings style, kind of Lord of the Rings vibe, like big ass giants or whatever. You create your own character though, bro, and there's absolutely no storyline.
Yeah.
So like, you know how you play Grand Theft Auto, you like literally gotta go play missions. Well, this game is so well put together. It's like every action or every character that you interact with in the open world can dictate and change what happens in your world. Like there's literally no storyline. So like if someone's offering you a hand, bro, and it's something that you may need for something down the road and you kill them, like when you get to that point down the road, you'll learn that your decision on killing that character plays into like it affects you whatever situation you're going through now. So I like it a lot though, bro.
What's it called again?
Elden Ring. You'll see it. It's like 10 out of 10 everywhere. Right. It's crazy. And it looks like a nerdy ass game, which it kind of is, but you talk about playing it all day. I can play it all day.
Really?
All day, bro. That's my new game.
What were you before that? Like Fortnite, Call of Duty?
Big Call of Duty. But Call of Duty to me just kept progressively getting worse.
Yeah.
And they weren't really they weren't really playing to their community, you know what I'm saying? Fortnite, they got too kiddie-ish for me. I used to love Prime Fortnite.
When I watch people play Fortnite, bro, I'm like, what are we doing here?
Bro, it's so kiddie-ish. It's so kiddie-ish now. Like before, when it was like Fortnite in its prime, it was still kiddie-ish, but it was just everybody was playing it, so you had to get into it. But again, like they tailored more towards their market, which is like kids like 8 to like 15. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not 26-year-old.
Right, not 26-year-old.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? These are tough. I'm stumping you right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I received a lot of advice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what sticks out to me the most. I'm gonna go with Larry's quote. This is so funny. Larry Fitz told me and Kirk and Trent, he was like, because I remember asking him, I think we were all out at dinner one time, and I was like, yo, big bro, like, do you have any regrets on not chasing the ring?
Yeah.
Because, you know, Larry, bro,
One team his whole career.
One team his whole career. He is the epitome of just a pro's pro. And if it was one guy that I felt deserved the ring, it was Larry. Especially that run he did with the Super Bowl.
Crazy.
And to lose it like that. And he looked at me. He said, Chase, no matter how you eat the sandwich, no matter how you cut that motherfucker, the bread always comes first.
That's great.
And like it was such a fun moment, and it was so funny. But like, and
He's
again,
right.
like he's right. And I like how I was talking to you about Miami. Like at the end of the day, Adam, you start looking at them numbers, bro.
Yeah.
The bread is gonna come first, and obviously he doesn't mean like worship money and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I think when you think about that, when you really think of money as finite, and you gotta hold on to that and really just keep it all to your name,
Yeah.
I think your decision making will become so much better in your life, in whatever direction somebody goes. You know what I'm saying? So I think I use that quote to anybody that asks me a question too. I'll be like, look, man, however you eat the sandwich, the bread gonna come first.
You were thinking that during free agency the whole time, right?
Look, and like I asked Larry when I was thinking about my business decision making. I asked him, I said, hey, bro, like, this is what I'm going through right now. This is where my mind's at. He said, bro, I'm telling you make sure you handle, make sure you taken care of, and everything else will work itself out in your life.
Dude, Larry is such a genius businessman too.
Bro.
The amount of money he's made off the field, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know, but all the different things he's invested in. Yeah.
Loaded.
Smart, man.
Loaded. I mean, just he knows how to play a crowd, and he knows how to play a crowd. He knows how to talk to people. Like, he's so...
He should run for governor out here.
I was just about to say that literally. I was like, bro, Larry can run for governor and will win.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt in my mind, he find a way to win because he's so competitive in everything that he does, whether it's business, finance, you know, entertainment, football, whatever it is, investing. Just he's so competitive and he plays it right.
He's a partner of the Suns right now.
Yeah, and he got it for the low on that.
Yeah,
And look how they did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's always a guy that I always anything where I'm stuck at, I just give Larry a call. He always answers me. He's a great guy.
Yeah, that's right. What's something that other people value that you necessarily don't?
What don't I value? I don't know about that. What's something you value? What do you value?
Oh, I like how you flipped it.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't want to get stuck.
Yeah. No, I think you know, what's something that I don't value that people do.
Yeah.
I think I want to say this. Now I know we all kind of are different, but like I try not to value what other people think about me.
Okay, that's for sure.
Like I just try not to worry about, especially now we're doing like the media stuff, the podcast. Bro, everyone's got opinions. I mean, you should have seen. I had a TikTok yesterday that we posted that it went semi-viral, got like 1 million views.
Hell yeah!
But when that happens, people got
they you
shut up,
shit.
man. Yeah. We don't want to hear you know, just all the hate comments, but stuff like that. Just trying to worry about what people think.
I like that, bro. I like that. I'm big on individuality, and I'm big on just somebody's journey. Like I said, you know, we all have our own journey, and you know, like you don't know what somebody's been through. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it took to get to where they're at in life. So I do like that. I like that, man.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of, especially like being in your shoes, like with all the people watching your games. Like I'm sure you got to like block out all the negative noise.
You know what's crazy, Adam? The noise doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Here's what bothers me. It bothers me that I can't respond.
Yeah, true.
I think that's the really biggest response because it's like when you respond. Oh, they eat it up even more.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I got this motherfucker responding. Like, oh, I'm in his head. I'm in his head, rent free.
Yeah.
And so, cause I don't mind the shit talk, cause I shit talk right back. You know what I'm saying? Like I respond right back, but that's what bothers me the most about it. Just not being able to respond in a responsible manner. You know.
Yeah. And you know, now that we're on this topic, like I feel like you're really good at this, just with like your personality is. And it's something I struggled early on in my career of like listening to the praise all the time. And when you listen to the praise, you know what else happens? You listen to the
you
negative.
listen to the negative. You listen
So
to the negative.
I feel like when I was young in my career at Penn State and I was having I was a 5-star, and then the bad shit starts happening.
Right.
And then you start listening to people say that.
And then you
where you learn when you get older that like you can't listen to anything.
You can't listen to shit.
You
Ignore
know?
the noise, bro. That was Moorhead. Moorhead, that was his famous quote.
I wanted to ask you about Moorhead.
Yeah, Moorhead. Ignore the noise, man. I got so many quotes from that guy.
Yeah.
But
you still close with him?
yeah, I just talked to him like a couple days ago. Yeah, on the phone. But just to be able to like he also said like a pat on the back turns to a shove out the door so quick.
It really does.
So quick, bro. And I just take all of that with a grain of salt.
Yeah. No, Jomo's the man.
Jomo's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
He's
guy.
an Akron now, right? Head coach.
Akron head coach, yes sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Well, last question for
Okay.
you is, what's your why? I'll give you a little example. Like I feel like everyone that achieves a level of success that you've achieved has like an external motivation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's bigger than just you.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what's that motivation? What's your
Yeah.
why
For me,
why
bro,
you
it's
do it?
just it's my family, my closest friends.
Yeah.
I think as I've been on this journey now, as I've progressed in my life, just finding out ways to where I can benefit my family just as much as I'm benefiting myself, bro, and being able to put my friends in opportunities and situations that they might not be able to be in. And that's why, like, excuse me, that's why I look up to somebody like LeBron James so much.
Yeah.
Because despite all the hate that Bron gets, Bron forever changed his friend's life.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Everyone-
Their
yeah.
lives. Like, he made Rich Paul
Yeah.
a super agent.
True.
Like, and obviously he didn't make Rich Paul a super agent. Rich Paul worked his ass off and got to that point. But Bron, using his pedestal and using where he's at in his life, did that for his best friend. You know what I'm saying? And he did it for so many other best friends. And that's something where I want to get to that point. You know, my why is just my family, man, and my closest friends, and just being able to live the life that we want to be able to live, you know, when that time comes, when we're 35, man, and if we're be able to retire early and just enjoy life and enjoy the fruits of life, enjoy the simple things like the views of the ocean, beautiful golf course, and just enjoy how beautiful life is. That's something that's my why, man.
Yeah. That's awesome. You said the golf course. You golf at all?
I don't golf, but
Okay.
Kirk is going to make me golf. So
Kirk.
I'm usually the drunk caddy.
Yeah.
That's the only time I drink and
You
drive on
drive
that
with
caddy.
the-
That's the only time right there.
I love
That caddy on the green, you know.
I love it, man.
That's about it.
We'll go sometime. I'll
Yes,
give you
sir.
a few lessons.
I got you.
I'm not very good. But
I'm a shotgunner now.
Yeah. Me too.
I bet.
Well, I appreciate you doing this. Appreciate you having us in your
Yes,
house,
sir,
man.
man.
I'm glad we got to get it scheduled. It's like trying to get you on a podcast. Is like trying to get the president on a podcast.
Nah, bro.
I'm just kidding. I
Small fish.
I appreciate
Small
it. I
fish,
appreciate
yes,
it a
sir,
lot,
man.
man. And I'm proud of you. It's been cool watching you come from the 707.
I appreciate you, bro.
Hopefully we got a few more contracts in the future too. Not just
Got to get to the next one.
I'm excited, brother.
I appreciate you, brother. For real, Adam. Thank you. Love.
Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Brenneman Shows Up with Chase Edmonds. Had a long conversation about all different parts of his life, his daughter, his investments, his career, his new deal with the Miami Dolphins. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Appreciate you watching. Make sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Got a lot of new content coming your way. Let me know who you want to see on the next episode.